Now at 11, what investigators are saying now about a suspect charged after a military-grade explosive was found in his home. Plus the latest from the Fayette County coroner after human remains were found on a construction site in Lexington. And high school football is back. We've got all your highlights from around the coverage area coming up on the EndZone in just minutes.
I'm Chief Meteorologist T.G. Shuck. A great finish to the week on this Friday. Lots of sunshine, low humidity, and highs below average. Weekend's looking good, but that heat is not far off. Your Storm Team forecast is coming up.
You're watching ABC 36 on your side. News at 11.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Paxton Boyd. And our top story tonight at 11, human remains found on a construction site in Lexington. As Jane Davenport reports, the site was a former cemetery at Scott Street and South Broadway.
Human remains were found right here on Scott Street. We spoke with the coroner and he tells us that this is where they used to bury people during the cholera pandemic. While workers were excavating the area, the rain washed out a 20-foot ditch, revealing the human remains. The coroner was able to find almost an entire skeleton. He believes there was no criminal intent. He says this is the fourth time he has been called out here in the past 2 weeks, and it would not surprise him if workers here continued to find more remains.
All these people were more than likely buried in wooden caskets and wooden boxes, so those have all deteriorated. I did find some fibers from some of the some of the wood, and I did find some iron nails that were pretty rusted, but still you can see all that in the dirt.
He says the remains have been here for a long period of time, and he will not try to identify them since he does not have any records kept during that time period. Reporting in Lexington, Jane Davenport, ABC 36, on your side.
All right, let's check in with our chief meteorologist, T.G. Shuck. Absolute beauty of a Friday as high school football kicked off tonight. Looks like we got one more nice day until that heat really starts to kick in, T.G.
Absolutely, Paxton. We've been unseasonably mild much of the week. Today, the best one by far, with some drier air working in. Nice, pretty shot from Ellen Stanley Shears earlier. Things mainly clear. A few little high clouds off to our north, but it's really been a nice evening. Our Bluegrass Pace Care Skyview HD camera network, Hicks and Funson Cam, checking out the skyline of Lexington. In the distance, we're at 65 and on our way down. It is going to be pretty pleasant tomorrow morning, low and mid 60s right now. And our dew points, while they are up a bit compared to where they were this afternoon, that has a tendency to happen through the evening and overnight. It's very dry. How about upper 50s, mid to upper 50s across the area tomorrow morning? And then as the day wears on, we'll see temperatures a few degrees warmer. I think mid 80s will do it, and that's right around average for this time of the year. So still pretty comfortable tomorrow, but you notice as we get into Sunday, we really start to warm it up quickly. It's going to be one of those days, a big span between the early morning low and the afternoon high, about 30 degrees. So already late Sunday morning into the 80s, on our way to the 90-degree mark plus Sunday, and that'll be a prelude of things to come for next week. More on that in your 7-day in just a bit.
In Knox County, Barberville City school students were released early today after a bomb threat. The district says it happened around 1:30 this afternoon. Students were taken to the nearby First Baptist Church on North Main Street after they evacuated the building. School officials say police are investigating the threat, but so far they haven't found a bomb or any other explosive device. Well, more charges are expected for an Estill County man arrested yesterday after a military-grade explosive was found in his home, forcing evacuations on his street. As we've reported, Marcus Spurgeon is now charged with indecent exposure, disorderly conduct, and wanton endangerment. Irvin police say they were called to his home on Stevens Avenue around 4:30 yesterday afternoon to arrest him for public indecency. Officers say during the arrest, they searched his car and also his home, where they found a military-grade explosive, guns, and ammunition. Investigators say his entire street was evacuated while officials removed the explosive. Police say people who live in the area were able to return to their homes around 11 o'clock last night. In Madison County, a Berea man is now out of the hospital after getting shot during a shootout with police last month. Investigators say 54-year-old Daniel Lewis was released from UK hospital yesterday and was taken to the Madison County Detention Center, charged with attempted murder of a police officer. Investigators say he allegedly shot at officers multiple times at his home on Redbud Drive on July 24th. Police say officers were at the home investigating a shots fired call when he allegedly pointed a rifle at them and started shooting. Police say officers returned fire and Lewis was hit in the exchange. Well, the case against a Henry Clay High School teacher in Lexington charged with sex-related crimes involving children is now headed to a grand jury. A judge sent the case against Kevin Lentz to a grand jury after he waived his right to testimony in court this morning during a preliminary hearing. As we've reported, Lentz was arrested last week in Lexington for allegedly sending explicit photos of himself to a 9-year-old boy in New Hampshire. Police say he also allegedly had the child send him nearly a dozen pictures of explicit images before telling the child to delete that exchange. Lentz pled not guilty last week. He's now facing federal charges in the case. In eastern Kentucky, the FBI has arrested a former Commonwealth's attorney on wire fraud charges. The FBI says they arrested Ronnie Goldie Jr. this morning in Moorhead. He's now booked in the Woodford County Detention Center as a federal prisoner hold, charged with wire fraud, bribery, and more. As we've reported, the state Senate impeached and convicted Goldie earlier this year after he was charged for allegedly trading legal favors for nude photos and videos of a defendant. He was the Commonwealth's attorney for Bath, Menifee, Montgomery, and Rowan counties. The FBI says he's due back in court early next week. Well, in your Nation View, the FBI in Georgia is investigating threats to Fulton County officials after former President Donald Trump's recent indictment in the 2020 election conspiracy case. Authorities say they're also concerned about the safety of the grand jury. Meanwhile, Trump and 18 co-defendants in the case now have 7 days to surrender. ABC's Justin Finch has more.
Georgia's capital city on guard, awaiting the high-profile surrender of former President Donald Trump and 18 co-defendants by noon August 25th in a sweeping criminal indictment alleging they conspired to reverse Trump's 2020 election loss to Joe Biden.
Will he appear by himself? Will he appear with the other defendants? We will find out in the next week.
And a joint investigation now underway by the FBI and the Fulton County Sheriff's Office into threats to county officials involved in that election case. The Fulton Sheriff saying his office is coordinating with other law enforcement agencies to trace the source of online threats to grand jury members who voted to indict Trump, saying anyone responsible for making threats will be arrested and prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. Trump on Fox News attacking his latest charges.
It's a witch hunt. It's just a continuation of a witch hunt.
The former president also now canceling a Monday news conference where he claimed he would present a report exonerating him, posting on social media that his lawyers would prefer putting this in formal legal filings. Legal experts not ruling out Trump's attorneys may push to move his Georgia case into federal court.
They probably, for their own purposes, would feel more comfortable with, more conservative counties included in their jury pool.
And here in Washington, Trump's defense team is requesting his trial in the special counsel's 2020 election interference case be pushed to April 2026, citing an overwhelming amount of evidence. The judge will hear from both sides in a pretrial hearing set for August 28th. Justin Finch, ABC News, Washington.
Well, coming up, high school football is back. We've got all your highlights from across the coverage area coming up later on the EndZone. Stay tuned.
It was a perfect night to kick off high school football across the Commonwealth. The good weather sticks into the weekend, but those 90s are right around the corner. Your Storm Team forecast is coming up.
Secure your home with Cornerstone Protection.
Hey, it's Captain Stone, and this is your 11 o'clock lock reminder. Turn on your outdoor lights and arm your alarm. Secure your home with Cornerstone Protection.
ABC 36 invites you to the Kentucky Art Market on August 19th and 20th from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the Woodland Christian Church. This juried art market showcases over 50 of the best artists and craftsmen from Kentucky and the best the region has to offer. Explore the various artwork and handcrafted pieces from homemade soap, glass, wood, pottery, metal, and more. Go to WTVQ.com for a chance to win an original piece from the Danielle Barnes Studio. See you at the Kentucky Art Market from Woodland Christian Church.
Daniel Cameron's attacks on Governor Beshear are wrong.
I spent 32 years in law enforcement. Beshear followed Trump's lead for early release of nonviolent offenders during COVID.
Andy Beshear is the best governor for law enforcement in my lifetime. He don't preach, party. More state troopers, raises for cops, and anything that we need. Beshear gets it done.
I'm a Republican, and Andy Beshear is doing everything he can to keep our community safe.
And we can count on him to have our backs.
There comes a time in every dip's life when it's ready to leave the slow cooker, even buffalo chicken dip. So we put juicy chicken, buffalo sauce, and melty cheese in a portable crispy golden shell. Run away, dip. You're free now. Sonic $2.99 buffalo chicken dip bites.
When you watch ABC 36 News, you'll see a difference.
Protecting you from severe weather without the hype.
We're your friends and neighbors, and we are on your side.
ABC 36, we're on your side.
Major insurance companies use a software called Colossus to tell them what the firm you hire is likely to settle your case for. They know which law firms can lowball and take the last best offer. Not us. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Nearly ideal weather to close out the week on this Friday here in central and eastern Kentucky. Drier air, sunshine, and highs in the 80s. Our nice weather for late August. That's going to continue into the weekend. The much advertised hot weather right around the corner. Several days could be in the mid-90s into next week, along with heat indices at or above the 100-degree mark. Obviously, it won't take much if actual air temperatures are in the mid-90s. Looking good around the area. Max AC radar and satellite. Clear skies. Our Bluegrass Pace Carrier Skyview HC camera network. Richmond AKU down to 63. So our winds have lightened up. Clear skies. That's allowing temperatures to drop off. 61 already in Danville. Same story in Hazard. So we are on our way to the 50s already there in Monticello at 59. For the most part, boy, our dew points really down for this time of the evening, this time of the year. 62 to start, 81 for the afternoon high. We have been below average the last several days. 86 and 65, the average high and low will be well above that as we head into next week. High pressure setting right overhead, so we are in good shape, especially for the day on Saturday. I think that'll be the nicest of the 2 days, just based on the temperatures. Tomorrow morning, really comfortable, almost cool for this time of the year, mid to upper 50s. And then with a lot of sunshine, we'll see those highs sneaking back into the mid 80s. And then we're really going to see a big jump in temperatures heading into Sunday and beyond. Muggy meter, decent really through the weekend. Then we start to add the humidity. Here's the latest on Hillary, which is out in the Pacific. It's relevant for a couple of reasons. First and foremost, it will weaken out as it heads towards Southern California, but it'll be the first time in 84 years that a tropical system will impact that area. Even as it weakens out, it's going to bring a lot of heavy rain and across parts of Arizona, Nevada, and into Southern California could cause some problems. It is relevant to us because as that hurricane eventually goes to a tropical storm, heads toward LA, it's going to nudge that bubble of heat that's out in the southwestern U.S. and the southern plains eastward to where it will be impacting the central and eastern part of the country through much of next week. So that big dome of heat's going to settle right into the eastern U.S. and keep us on the hot side. So an extended stretch of hot weather, and with that high overhead, that sinking air, and it compresses and heats up more efficiently. And of course, if you have sinking air, you can't get it to rise to get any thunderstorms going. So that's why we're going to be dry for the bulk of the week. Very pleasant overnight, 57, 84 tomorrow. More sunshine, nice and warm. Outdoor activities tomorrow, the better of the 2 days because it gets hot on Sunday. Not overly humid then, but then heading through next week, check it out, mid-90s for afternoon highs. And again, with a little bit of humidity tacked on, we could see those heat indices over 100 at times.
ABC 36, on your side.
Uncle Rick, what are you doing?
I'm trying to stay cooler in my man cave.
Well, This is a beer cave, and you can't stay in this cooler forever.
But Clark's Pub and Shop can get you through the dog days of summer.
Whether it's fountain drinks at the lowest price or you're filling up the cooler for the family and friends, Clark's has the widest selection, the best prices, and the most helpful staff you'll find anywhere.
Beat the heat at Clark's Pub and Shop.
Return, refresh, refuel.
Sleep Outfitters Save-A-Thon ends Monday. Save up to 30% on Sealy mattresses, 20 models starting at $175. Plus, save with no interest financing and free delivery. Our expert Sleep Outfitters will help you find the right mattress to fit your body and budget. Now at Sleep Outfitters.
The new 2023 GMC Sierra AT4X is equipped to conquer the great outdoors. Or the great indoors. Welcome to the peak of premium off-roading. Or get 0.9% APR plus over 3,200 total trade assistance and no monthly payments for 90 days on 2023 Sierra Denali 5.3-liter V8 light-duty models.
Years ago, the Good Feet store put me in one of their TV commercials. I wasn't able to do something that I loved because of my foot pain. I wasn't able to go on hikes. I got these arch supports years ago, and they're still kicking. They are still really helping and still making such a difference, and I just want to clamber around on these rocks, bounce around like a little billy goat. That's what I want to do. I'm Moira, and this is my Good Feet story.
See for yourself with a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
The champagne, humanity, we've done it.
Celebrate your night with big winners, shocking thrills, and living legends.
You know, I've always thought of you as Dave Jr.
Oh, every hair on my body is standing up right now.
Jimmy Kimmel Live, weeknights on ABC.
You're watching ABC 36 News at 11 with Paxton Boyd, Chief Meteorologist T.G. Shock, and Sports with Jeff Pecoro. ABC 36 on your side.
In Lexington, the Ashland Henry Clay Estate says there will be a special guest at this weekend's two-day event honoring the people who were enslaved on the property during the 1800s. The program begins tonight at 6 with a book signing, continues tomorrow from 10 until 4 with performances, genealogy workshops, and more. Organizers say a royal community leader from Nigeria will also be at the event. The Ashland Henry Clay Estate is on Sycamore Road off of Richmond Road in Lexington. All right, stay with us. Coming up after the break, high school football is back. The EndZone is coming your way, coming up after the break.
Watch ABC 36 every Friday night for Chief Meteorologist T.G. Shock's Bowtie Friday Forecast. Brought to you by Stuart Mercer.
Summer won't last forever, but with a great selection of vehicles during Toyota's national sales event, there is still time to capture new memories.
Hey, how are you?
With friends and family. Before it all flies by.
Make some memories in the aggressively sophisticated new Highlander or electrified Highlander Hybrid and get APR financing as low as 3.99% plus 2 years no-cost maintenance.
Come in today.
Toyota, let's go places.
After former Governor Matt Bevin attacked Kentucky teachers, Daniel Cameron stood behind him. When Bevin let murderers and sexual predators out of prison early, Cameron protected Bevin from a special prosecutor. Now Cameron's bringing back Bevin's ruthless health care plan, threatening to take away Medicaid coverage from nearly 100,000 Kentuckians, putting rural hospitals at risk. He won't stop following Bevin. Cameron can't lead Kentucky.
Watch me. Watch me pirouette with style and grace. An open floor of inspiration. This is my place. 5 positions to start, leotard and tights. A story through movement, under music and lights. Straight and tall, they promised I'd stand. I'm a ballerina who twirls like the blades of a fan. Watch me. Innovative scoliosis treatment at Shriners Children's. The most amazing care anywhere.
Holy mackerel!
Play the Kentucky Lottery online, anywhere, anytime.
Calling all car owners. Fleet Doc is the most trusted vehicle doctor in the Bluegrass, servicing light to medium vehicles for both industry and the public. Let Fleet Doc help you ace your car checkup. Get $50 off any AC service and a free alignment, tire rotation, flat repair, or replacement when you buy 4 tires with our protection package. Recognized as a Carfax top-rated service provider, Fleet Doc is your one-stop shop for your car's needs. Make an appointment with your trusted vehicle doctor today. Visit Fleet Doc, located in Lexington and Richmond.
ABC 36 Sports EndZone, presented by Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
Hey, everybody, and welcome to the EndZone. I'm Jeff Pecoro, along with Forrest Tucker. He'll be joining me tonight to run through the scores and the highlights. At Forrest, it was your first time in Lexington on a Friday night. Pretty fun, huh?
Oh, man, Jeff, we had some ground and pound. We had some air raid. We had everything, and I loved it so much. It was a great time. And thankfully, we're here now. We're all settled, ready to get cozy.
All right, let's get to the highlights, and let's start with our Clark's Pump and Shop Game of the Week. Highlands at Lexington Catholic. Man,
ABC
this was a dandy.
Presented by Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
Big Catholic coming onto the field, the 3A, and here from 5A, it's Highlands as they come in. Much bigger team. Highlands has the ball. Quarterback Brody Benke to Carson Class. Look at Class go up, point the ball, touchdown, 7-0 Bluebirds. Highlands gets the ball right back. They come right down the field again in the first quarter. Benke looks to the middle, slides right, throws late over the middle. You cannot do that. Intercepted by John Moses. Highlands holds. They get the ball back again. This time it's a trick. Benke is split out at wide receiver. It's the old stop and go. Rio Littmer. Benke, the highest point, then he bulls his way into the end zone. This guy's a quarterback. It's 13-0 Highlands at this point. Next possession. Catholic right down the field. Wasik to Tanner Pederocci. He makes the play and goes down. I'm sorry, he was intercepted on that one. So he's intercepted, so it's still 13-0. But then they come down, and there's Pederocci down to the 1. 2 plays later, it's Pederocci again with the catch. That makes it 13-7. Second half, first drive. The Knights hit the home run. Joaquin Pereira, they're not going to catch him. 66 yards, extra point, no good. We're tied at 13, but Highlands has a big second half. They go on to win it 34-27. Rockcastle County, a big winner over Anderson tonight, 53-15 in the Century Bank Bowl. Boy, Rockcastle looked strong in winning that one. You put up 53, that's pretty good. And Pulaski County travels to Pikeville, but Pikeville just too strong. Man, they've won the state, 3 years in a row, 34-12 in the Cumberland Falls Pigskin Classic over Pulaski County. Tough one right there for them.
All right, Jeff, now we're going up the road a bit to Clark County, where the George Rogers Clark Cardinals faced off against the Central Hardin Bruins in the Clark County Bowl. That sounds fitting, right? Okay, nice night for some football up there for the Cards and the Bruins with some fresh gear from both sides of the ball. Getting into it, first 8 minutes left in the first quarter. There we go, 6-0. Bruins get themselves in the end zone. It's Caden Elmore finding Walker Meredith, who takes it straight to the house. Bruins up 6 as the extra point was no good. Next play, still in the first. George Rogers Clark struggling. My gosh, the Bruins get the end zone again. Sneak pass to Jackson Estran. GRC's defense trying to rain on his parade. Instead, he takes it all the way for another Bruin touchdown. Then GRC getting back in the game there. 12-zip, not anymore in the second quarter. The Cardinals get on the board with Sam Clements getting the pigskin and sending it straight to the hands of Joey Hill for a touchdown. They get the extra point. And this game just got a lot better. Score 12-7. And we don't have a final score right now as the game started late, but we'll update you on that on the website.
Right back to Lexington. It's Lafayette and Oldham County in this one. USA night there. But Oldham County gives it to the big fella. Brody Lane, the fullback, bulls his way in for the score, 7-0. Oldham's Caden Osborne sweeps left. He's got some nifty moves. He runs it in for 6, 14-7. Visitors. Minutes later, the general score, quarterback Isaac Barrow. He passes to receiver Therese Taylor, all square at the half. Generals don't go any further, though, but Oldham County does. They go on to win this one, 35-14, the final there, as Lafayette loses in their opening game to Oldham County. All right, some other games to give you. Johnson Central, man, they're really good again. In the Hutch Bowl, they win at 28-21 over a very good Madison Central team as well. And it was Southwestern losing to Ballard. Ballard, of course, coming off the state championship a year ago. They beat Southwestern 41-34. West Jessamine and Danville. Again, some of these games are second games that were still in play, so we don't have a score on that one yet, but we will get that to you hopefully before we're done. So stay with us. There is still plenty more to come on the End Zone. Stay with us. We'll be back right after this.
Feels good to be home. Ashley's Labor Day preview is going on now. This week, buy one, get one 50% off store-wide. Plus, update any room in your home for only $5.98 or get 0% interest for 60 months. Going on now at Ashley.
To everyone who's hungry for something special,
Culver's is the place for us.
Hi, what can I make fresh for you today?
It's nice being greeted by people who are glad to see you.
And I appreciate that they use real ingredients, like fresh beef and Wisconsin cheese. The frozen custard is so fresh and creamy, it tastes like it was made just for us.
It's our pleasure.
Just spending time with family, that's what mealtime at Culver's is all about.
From Wisconsin with love, welcome to Delicious!
Hey y'all, it's Soil and Gus from Hicks and Funson. If you've been injured in an accident, you should call Mr. Josh and All Dad Greg.
Unlike that Florida attorney, they live here in Kentucky.
We hope you never need them, but if you do, Hicks and Funson is here to help. Remember, folks, size doesn't matter. Results matter.
Make this the summer event. Hot deals going on now at your Greater Lexington Jeep and Ram dealers. Like 10% below MSRP on most 2023 Compass models. Plus, make no payments for 90 days. Or lease a new Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab for just $439 per month. That's right, 10% off on Jeep Compass. Or lease a Ram 1500 for just $439 per month. These great deals and much more going on now. So hurry in to a Greater Lexington Jeep or Ram dealer today.
Feels good to be home. At Ashley's Labor Day sale preview, get $1,000 off any size Sealy Princeton mattress. Or get 0% interest for 60 months on top mattress brands. Plus, get a free Yeti cooler with qualifying purchases. Only at Ashley.
ABC 36 Sports, EndZone. Presented by Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
Well, welcome back to the End Zone. You know, there are three of us in sports, Forrest, myself, and Hallie DeVore, and she had a great time tonight at the Battle of Elkhorn Creek. Hallie, take it away.
Thanks, Jeff. I'm here at beautiful Great Crossing High School, where tonight is what they call the Battle of Elkhorn Creek. There's a doubleheader tonight, back-to-back games, and the first one up, Scott County versus Madison Southern. And I'll tell you what, one team tonight asserted their dominance on this field. Let's get to the highlights. Scott County bringing the energy first with the home crowd tonight. Early on, a team that's historically a running team was using the quarterback's arm, pass complete to Kamon Coleman for the first touchdown of the night. And that left side was really working for quarterback Hunter Bradley tonight as he connects with Coleman again for another passing touchdown. And like I said, this is historically a running team, so they also put the wheels on tonight, getting another one here into the end zone. Score at half, Scott County 34, Madison Southern 0. And Scott County also dominated the game defensively here as the defense breaks through the offensive line for a nice tackle. Scott County dominates and wins the game with a final score of 51-7. And following not far behind as the actual Friday night lights shine down, we had the home team Great Crossing facing off against Franklin County. First quarter, Franklin County gets on top of their own punt here and then gets the ball going in their direction. And then here next, you'll see a nice fake handoff by the quarterback as he takes it into his own hands and runs it in for the first touchdown of the night. Franklin County got great crossing on their 1-yard line, and they try to QB sneak it in, but a nice ankle tackle leaves them on the line for a safety. And here, Gavin Hurst takes matters into his own hands and uses his legs and runs it in for second Franklin County touchdown. And good thing he has quick reflexes here because I almost got taken out by this tackle, as you can see. And then going for 2 here after that touchdown, a little leap into the end zone will do it. Franklin County, this game is still going on, so we'll get you the final score as soon as we know it.
And Franklin County is leading that game versus Great Crossing by just a couple of points with just a couple of minutes left. But we're going to go down south for you now. The East Jessamine Jags kicked off the season at home against the Wayne County Cardinals. It was a pretty tough battle. Here we go down to Jessamine County. Corbin Edwards hits Antoine Dumford on a pass, but he fumbles the ball and they pick it up there. Bates Davenport recovers the rock and goes all the way. Jaguars take the lead 7-0. Now, here we go. 4th and 4 on the 10. Cardinals ball. You're going to see it in just a second. Corbin Edwards finds Bryce Lefevers, who takes it to the house, and we are all knotted up at 7 apiece. Fireworks down there for East Jessamine and Wayne County. The Jaguars respond, though. Sean Reed makes it look too easy, entering the land of 6. Still first quarter, Jags up by 4. 2nd and 10 on the 39, Wayne County, though. Corbin Edwards absolutely launching this one. Look at him just throw the rock. And where does it land? With Dumford again, and then it is tied up once more. Now to the second quarter, who else did Dumford taking it in for the score for the Cards there? But the Jaguars have a response. Armand Bell bulldozes his way through the end zone, making it 21-21 at the half. But the final score here, 35-28, Wayne County taking this one.
Score there, I thought East Jessamine might win that game. So, boy, it's been a fun Friday night, and I hope you enjoy the end zone each and every week. Again, Forrest, it'll be you, Hallie, and I all season long. We get help from a lot of our photographers here in the building, but just some great games. Stay with us. More to come right after this.
Uncle Rick, what are you doing?
I'm trying to stay cooler in my man cave.
Well, this is a beer cave, and you can't stay in this cooler forever.
But Clark's Pub & Shop can get you through the dog days of summer.
Whether it's fountain drinks at the lowest price or you're filling up the cooler for the family and friends, Clark's has the widest selection, the best prices, and the most helpful staff you'll find anywhere.
Beat the heat at Clark's Pub & Shop.
Return, refresh, refuel.
This is your wake-up call to start your morning with a delicious DQ biscuit sandwich made to order with your choice of sizzling Purnell sausage or mouth-watering hickory smoked bacon, stacked up with a warm egg and topped off with a fluffy home-style buttermilk biscuit. Oh, this biscuit sandwich is so good, it almost makes you wish the alarm would go off a little earlier. Almost. Kickstart your day with a DQ biscuit sandwich made just for you. DQ, happy tastes good.
When I gave birth to my daughter, I started hemorrhaging.
After being diagnosed with cancer, I needed surgery and chemotherapy.
I was diagnosed with sickle cell anemia as a baby.
I needed a blood transfusion.
I needed multiple transfusions.
I've needed many transfusions.
The Kentucky Blood Center saves lives by facilitating donations locally.
A blood donor saved my life.
A blood donor saved my life.
A blood donor saved my mom's life.
I think that Kentucky teachers are heroes. That's why I'm working to increase teacher pay and expand universal pre-K. Daniel Cameron supports voucher programs that send tax dollars to private schools. And he wanted to cut pensions promised to Kentucky teachers. Our teachers are heroes, and public schools are the backbones of our communities. Daniel Cameron's policies would undermine our teachers, our parents, and our public schools.
Paul Miller Ford has been proud to be a part of the Lexington community.
And that long legacy means Lexington is like family.
From the moment you step foot into their showroom, you'll feel at home.
with the warmth and hospitality that has defined Paul Miller for 7 decades.
As Lexington's Ford dealer, Paul Miller Ford's volume advantage means they can sell for less.
And they've been there for you, Big Blue Nation.
And they'll be there for generations to come.
Paul Miller Ford, your true blue dealer.
Last year, more clients hired Morgan & Morgan than ever before. Protecting America. Fighting for you. Injured? Call Morgan & Morgan. For the people.
Well, thanks for watching the End Zone. Jimmy Kimmel is next.